All right, you guys, I have decided to start some kind of series basically on social media. So I am going to be documenting as I work on finding my way in terms of how my mediumship and my art are meant to come together. Now, this has been an ongoing, really a lifelong process here, and I just feel like by forcing myself here to be more vulnerable about it, to talk about it, to share the ups and downs of this whole journey, I just think it will be good for me, and also the hope is that it will inspire other people that join me as well. I figured I'd start this by just giving a little bit of context or background to why I'm even doing this in the first place. So I have always been creative my entire life. I do believe that this creativity and my connection to spirit has always been there together. I just didn't know it, right? And some of you may know I did go to art school, and even that whole experience was honestly really challenging for me. I went through a lot during that time, and that was really when my sobriety journey had begun. But it was a process, and I think there was a really long time where I felt like I didn't even really know my voice as an artist fully. I felt very unsure of what I was doing. Just didn't feel quite right. I did have some moments where things kind of came together and felt really good. And I feel like those were moments with spirit. But there were a lot of moments during that time that felt disjointed for me. And then once I graduated college, I all of a sudden became a cake artist. And yes, that was also very artistic and really fun in a lot of ways. And I really enjoyed it. But again, I felt like I was almost kind of pulling away from my fine art practice. Now, I'm somebody that used to literally go everywhere with a sketchbook. I was sketching every day, all the time. It was just what I did. I maintained a decent practice of making art when I was also making cakes, but over time that started to lessen. And then around that time, I began struggling with chronic illness. And that has been probably the biggest challenge in terms of maintaining my creative life. And that's really been a thing for the past 9 years, which is crazy to even say. And obviously a lot of great things have happened in that time, and I have made art. I've had a few really great moments. I might expand on this stuff more in stories. I probably will. But, I've had these kind of brief moments where I get really creative again and I make a bunch of stuff and then it kind of goes away. And so it's just been that kind of maintaining that's been really challenging, especially with my ups and downs with how I feel. But the other thing that I really know to be deeply true is I'm somebody that needs both mediumship and creativity and art and making things to feel completely fulfilled. And really, I think that all of these phases that I've been through so far have been this kind of balancing act where, I have a moment of creativity or I'm in a creative job and then I'm really focusing on mediumship, right? Or vice versa. And I think really what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to bring these into balance. Because I know that there's a bigger thing there and there's something that I'm meant to do there with spirit. I feel my team nudging me along with this. So here I am. That's really why I'm doing this. And I just think it will be really cool to document it and share it with you as I go along this journey. This idea literally popped into my head when I was brushing my teeth, and that's always kind of an indicator of your team being like, hey, do this. And I was like, I don't know, do I really want to do that? But I've learned to listen. I've learned to listen to these nudges, these ideas that come in that way. So I don't really know what I'm going to be doing here. I don't really know how this is going to look. But I so appreciate anybody that is willing to listen or is here to kind of join me. And also, I would hope that it can inspire you to maybe pursue another creative aspect in your life as well. So let's see what happens, and we will see where this goes.